kind of a weird question, but what would be the downfall of Indy if there was one? If all this doesn't come true?
I think it's relative to the other urban markets. So what is the exposure of Indianapolis would be if we lose our economic strength relative to our affordability as compared to the top, let's say 20 markets in the US. If we don't continue to see the economic growth we do and health, we're one of the most financially healthy states in the union. Okay. And if for some reason, the inflation within urban central Indiana significantly outpaces, not at percentage rate, but actual dollar reality, right? Comparable locales, we'll be in trouble. Now, I look at the money coming in here and, once those ships have pushed off from dock on, 9 and 10 figure and 11 figure projects, you don't really turn those around. So I'm real bullish on the next decade because they're stuck. You're committed now. We're in this. I think the interesting thing I think about there, Tyler, is, okay, what happens or what's the risk as we head out of, let's say, the 2030s and into the 2040s? Are we going to hit that next level of elevation?
Right.
And it's hard to look out past that.
Right.
Typically where we see that struggle is an exodus of business, an unfavorable business climate, kind of the same thing that brought it in, right?
Well, right now you're seeing what I've heard, and I'm curious if you agree with this, is the engine of growth is the entrepreneurs and business owners and the companies like Lilly, et cetera. That is who's been pumping up the growth. The state government, I have not heard people raving that they're doing a wonderful job. They seem to be good at balancing their budgets, which that's important for the stability.
Yep.
That helps to avoid, a Chicago-like climate. But that engine of entrepreneur, there would be no jobs without entrepreneurs taking the risk, So would you agree with that? Or do you think the government is behind more of it than that?
I think the Indiana Economic Development Corporation has done a pretty darn good job of bringing awareness up at a global level to what Indy has to offer and what Indiana has to offer. I think Visit Indy has done a spectacular job of pulling attention here and ensuring a great experience. I think the Indy Chamber has done a good job of attracting people and going out to learn from others who have done it in other cities. I also think that in partnership with the state, the Central Indiana Corporate Partnership, which if you haven't spent time checking them out, go look at their board. That is an organization full of executives of the most influential businesses that are here, looking to ensure, right, that this environment stays business favorable, that we continue to be economically healthy, and that we're a place where business can be promoted and not restrained. Because they were set in motion to ensure that what revitalized the core of our city continues to achieve its mission. And that is good for the state. If we didn't do that, when the manufacturing jobs were lost in, Terre Haute, Richmond, Anderson, and these other cities, the pain of that reality is incredible. It's an unbelievable lift that elongates that redevelopment path and opportunity. It makes it so much harder.
Yeah. What we're talking about is important. It affects the lives of families and individuals, and real estate's an integral part of that.
For sure.